Hey y'all, it's me in the middle of the night in my car, and I just want to talk about some realizations that I'm having. Mental health update. Um, First, I want to talk about how upsetting it is, this process of trying to get help. I kind of want to rant on that a little bit. And then, secondly, I want to talk about getting ketamine and Spravato treatment. As I always mention, I am diagnosed with attention deficit disorder and depression. Currently, I take whatever ADHD medication I happen to find in my drawers and whatever my psychiatrist happens to prescribe me that month. I take that from time to time. I do not take it daily anymore because it seems to exacerbate my depression. Finally figured that out. Taking the ADHD stuff every single day seems to lead to a breakdown. And then for the depression, I take Zoloft. And it has helped with staving off severe episodes. But I just recently came to the conclusion that no, I think I'm still depressed. I think I'm still not normal. And I've given things enough time to realize that I need something more, which inspired the ketamine thing. But let me rant about the mental health journey for a second, because all my life it has been so hard to get help, to even realize that I need help. I would talk about my symptoms, not knowing that they are symptoms, and it would just get dismissed as, everybody has those days. Or, maybe you just need to try harder. Well, maybe you're just being lazy. Maybe you just need to find your passion. Like, maybe you just need to think positive. Just always this dumb band-aids. And there's only been maybe 3 adults in my life before I graduated from college. There's only been 3, maybe 4 if you include my mother, adults who actually helped guide me when they noticed the symptoms. One was a teacher in high school. She was a Spanish teacher. Most people didn't like her because they thought her class was hard, but I loved her because I love learning languages and, challenges. And she could tell. And that meant so much to me. The grace that she gave me, the connection that she had with me, because I didn't have that with any other teacher. And at the time, there was this one crazy, bat-ish crazy teacher spreading rumors, trying to defame my name amongst the other teachers. And I just kind of got the feeling that she's heard what that teacher said about me and just knew it was BS, and she was just actually there for me. Then in college, I had a professor who I never told her my symptoms, but she recognized it, and she pretty much forced me to go get assessed for ADHD. And that was the first time in my adult life that I sought mental health. Even though I expressed these symptoms to other professors and my friends and I was talking about my struggles all the time. Only one person in a freaking academic institution knew to help me get mental health help. I don't know if maybe other people knew, but they didn't care. But I'm more inclined to say that they just didn't know. And then I had another professor who, very much like my high school teacher, just recognized what was going on, and the kindness he and his wife extended to me and the connection, I deeply appreciate it. Fast forward some years, I just struggle, go through it, learn, try different things, and I get into business for myself. And there's a person I really look up to in the business. This person, very successful, and I find out that they, suffer with similar things. And I asked this person, like, what do you do? Like, you're giving me hope that I can actually achieve my goals. What do you do? Nobody ever talks about this. This person told me that they take medication. I just always kept that at the back of my mind, but I was still too afraid to try medication again. And then I get BetterHelp. Yes, the infamous BetterHelp. If you're into YouTube drama, just know if you have any bad taste in your mouth about BetterHelp, just know that all those smear videos that were made by people who do not have a diagnosed mental illness and do not use BetterHelp and have no incentive to use BetterHelp. So they literally have no idea what they're talking about. My BetterHelp therapist helped me tremendously. She helped push me towards medication. And I decided to try the medication the person I look up to takes. And what that has done for me since is it has helped me to avoid severe depressive episodes. What makes me upset is I feel like this is high school again. This is college again. The Zoloft that I take doesn't make my depression disappear. It just keeps me from having severe breakdowns. And the ADHD medication that I take, when I take it, might help that moment. It's like a Russian roulette if it'll help or not that day. And if I take it every day, then it just triggers a depressive mental breakdown, mental crash, where I'm not crying like I used to because of the Zoloft, but I'm not productive. I'm not functioning. And I would mention this to my colleagues that I trusted. I would even mention this to a few people who have some experience in mental health. Sorry, y'all. Let me start my car. I would mention this. I would mention, sometimes I wake up and it just feels like I'm going to die for no reason. Sometimes it just feels like all the walls are caving in on me. Sometimes it feels like I can't even get up to brush my teeth. I would express these things. And even now, people are so uneducated, unaware. I don't know. People are so disconnected from understanding mental health that That didn't raise any red flags to anybody. Like people just thought I was having a bad day. I'm just having an off day. Like, just keep personally developing, keep reading your personal development books and whatever. And it's driving me insane. Like with everything that's going on, with more and more people realizing they're having mental health issues, due to being forced to face it with the quarantine, with Generation Z being the generation with the highest rates of mental health issues, with people now being more aware of the S word. I can't believe that people are still, because if somebody were to say that to me, like if I were to notice that, this person that is very ambitious, very hardworking, making a name for herself, she seems to mention this waking up feeling like she's about to die. She seems to mention that like a little too often. Hey, are you okay? Dude, you mentioned that thing again. What's that about? Are you okay? Have you thought about do you have a therapist? Are you seeking help? That's what I do when I notice that in other people. And it blows my mind that to this day, I can count on one hand the number of people who've done that for me, to me. On top of that, what it takes to get treatment is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous the hoops you have to jump through. I just had to rant because I cannot believe that in 2020 this is still what's going on. And I don't know what to do to fix it. I don't know. I make these videos, only like 20 people watch these videos. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But I can say that I'm dedicating my life to figuring it out and supporting people who are helping spread awareness. Because if people were just simply aware of some basic signs and symptoms, when they hear a loved one or they hear a colleague or they hear somebody that they're close to mention something, a little too often, you can do something to help. You can prevent S words. You can prevent mass outings. You can prevent domestic terror. I don't know what words are monetized and demonetized on YouTube. So anyway, I just had to rant. So this is coming about because I'm doing the ketamine thing, y'all. I'm realizing I'm getting the ketamine, and I'm just like, oh my God. I just can't believe what it took for me to, one, realize this is an option, and two, make this option feasible for me. So I just had to rant. I just had to get that off my chest. It makes me very sad. It makes me very sad. Because when I was a little girl, I didn't know what to do. Nobody cared about my mental health. I didn't know what to do. And I'm just imagining there's some bright, amazing, beautiful little girl out there in the United States of America, not to even talk about other countries. Just in the United States of America, there's a bright, beautiful, intelligent, ambitious, brilliant girl out there who just needs to know her options exist. That's it. And it breaks my heart. And that's part of what I want to dedicate my life to. It's just doing my part to make sure that there's no little girls out there that can change the world, and the only thing stopping them from changing the world is a simple lack of people knowing that she just needs a simple treatment. So, ketamine. Why am I getting the ketamine? Because, like I said, I still think I have depression, and I need to function. I need to function better, to build a business, the business that I want, and to help others to do the same. So, ketamine, IV infusion, meaning they stick a needle in you. And I'm not afraid of needles. That here locally is $3,600. I have found a location in Austin, San Antonio that will do it for $2,400. And they will do aggressive treatment. Which that's an amazing price for a clinic that will do aggressive treatment. Furthermore, they have in-house financing. You pay 50% up front and you pay the rest in 6 months. Oh my God. So for $1,200, I can get the IV, which is the good stuff. Like, that is the best, smoothest, smoothest results method of getting ketamine. So I am now going to save up for that. I'm like legit going to drive down to friggin' Austin or San Antonio, rent out an Airbnb for 2 weeks, get my treatments done, bada bing, bada boom, okay? If it were to come to that. In the meantime, I've discovered Spravato. Excuse me. It is, for lack of better words, layman's terms, it is ketamine in a nasal form spray, FDA approved, so it is possibly covered by your insurance. After all the hoopla and running down the rabbit holes to figure out who can I go with to do it, I have 2 clinics that I potentially am going to, potentially even tomorrow, crossing my fingers that I can do my first dose tomorrow, crossing my fingers that the savings plan that I signed up for, which reduces costs to $10 per session rather than $250 per session, crossing my fingers that goes through, crossing my fingers that this works. I am very excited to give this a try. My plan is to try Spravato. The course of treatment, I believe, is 1 to 3 months. In that same time, I'm saving up to go down to Austin, Texas. If this Spravato doesn't work, I'll have the funds to go down to Texas and get the good stuff. So that's my plan for depression. So, sorry, this video was 18 minutes, which means it's going to take forever to upload. That's always fun. But I just had to share the rant, and I had to share my progress with the ketamine. I will keep you guys posted. It is late. I am trying to drill stuff into a drywall. I have never done that in my life before. I am doing a horrible job, but it's always good to try than to live life wondering, what if only if. So that's what I'm doing with this drywall, honey, trying to install these floating shelves. I'm going to get back to it, get some sleep, and until next time, guys, thank you for listening to that rant. So much love, much luck. Peace out.